Blazers in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Rose Garden. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from LaMarcus Aldridge?
Well, he gives them a terrific option whenever they've got the ball, because he's mastered a lot of the moves that you need to be a premier scorer down in the low block.
And another thing that stands out about him, Steve, he has the ability to score even with the defenders draped all over him. He's so strong around the goal.
After this one game on the road, the Jazz will head back home to Utah. They're facing a lot of challenges, fellas, in this upcoming part of the schedule. They're faced with a lot of tough battles away from home.
I think for the Jazz, I mean, they've had a heck of a time of it from day one this season. I mean, it's still way too early to start writing their obituary, but they have struggled.
Well, they have, Clark, and you're right, this season is so long that there's plenty of time to turn things around, but now would be a pretty good time to start.
For the Jazz last season, it really became an issue about the logjam inside. They had two established starters in Jefferson and Millsap and two young up-and-comers in Cantor and Favors, and there was an expectation that somebody would be moved, but the trading deadline passed, and they were all still there.
Here's Burke. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the head coach for the Portland Trail Blazers gave me just a couple minutes. He said that one of the challenges they're very conscious of in this matchup is scoring despite the shot block. He said, you know jumpers like to jump, so we've got to show them some pump fakes, get them up in the air, and that should allow us to get to the line or create easier looks inside. Kevin, we'll see how it works.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. I mean, a huge part of your game plan has to be focused on their D, and I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively, so you've got to worry about that and game plan for them, and then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done.
Well, you would have thought that the Jazz would have made a deal one way or another, but it was hard for them as they were in the thick of a playoff race at the time, Steve, sort of tied their hands.
Well, if they weren't in that race, I think they might have sent one or two of those guys out to try to get some more assets for the future. As it was, they ended up losing Millsap and Al Jefferson, so it's incumbent on the young talent in that front court to now develop and really take over.
That drops. Utah comes into this one after the win against Indiana.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at, well, not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me. Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
That one goes. 7 points for the bodyguard. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Almost, but it rolls out. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought he did a nice job with Portland last season.
Andres Biedrins is checked in for the Jazz. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to the body. Shoots from the line. No luck. Excellent D from Burks.
It's been several years now since Andres Biedrins looked like he even wanted to be on the basketball court, but last year he said he did some mental rehab before the season and is looking for a fresh start.
Here is Favors. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Indiana. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Robinson on him. Lucas inside. Defended by Lillard. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And for Beatrice, Steve, he admitted that he'd suffered from some confidence issues.
Well, anytime a player loses his confidence at the free throw line, particularly a big guy, it changes the way you play. Now you don't want to attack. You don't really want to aggressively go after the ball because you're afraid of being at that foul line. So in a situation like this, you can understand how he could lose some of that enthusiasm for the game.
So on the floor for Utah, Favors plays the 4 with Tanner at the 5. Alec Burks is out there with John Lucas, and it's Rush in at the small forward.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass.
Pour it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Martin?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
The Jazz again can't hit it. Trailblazers leading by 8.
Well, you talk about a franchise having some terrible luck with injuries. Portland is certainly that team. A lot of emerging stars in Rip City have had their careers and tenure cut short because of injury. And the injury bug, once again, reared its head for Portland.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, the bodyguard in that last game against the Thunder had a nice performance. He finished 21 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. We'll see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Alec Burks. As you said with the Blazers throughout the ages, they've had to deal with injuries to guys like Walton and Oden and most recently Roy. Unfortunately, Steve, starting over is something that they are used to doing.
But they are in a pretty good position to do so right now, Kevin. I think they've been really good in the draft the last couple of years. Obviously, they got a star in Damian Lillard that they can build around. To me, the key is LaMarcus Aldridge. Can they re-sign him? Can he be that dominant low-post guy in Portland for the next 5 or 6 years? He sure has the potential.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. He feeds it to Rush. Swiped away. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Jazz. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And a year ago, they avoided many mistakes winning the season series against this club.
Here's Burke. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like you're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
Poked away. Dishes to McCollum. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good from the bodyguard. Steve mentioned the success they had against them in their contest a year ago. They did exactly what they needed to do against them.
Yeah, it was a solid performance from them. Most times they got together. They should have been feeling good about their chances today.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports and
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Jazz trailed by 14. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Bodyguard is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And that one's good. Burke.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense. Well, the latest weight loss story for a big man is Enes Kanter. After his rookie season, he decided it would be best to slim down and add some speed to his game. And the word is he shed almost 50 pounds before the start of last year. That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Kicks to Burks. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Here's the bodyguard. Here's Aldridge. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Aldridge has got 9 points.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Jazz trailed by 16. You talk about the weight loss for Kenner. Even swimming down 50 pounds, but he still comes in over 240 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of LBs, but it's packed differently now. And he's got a huge frame for such a young player. Physically imposing, dislocated his shoulder late last season and underwent surgery. So we'll see how the rehab goes with that. But, you know, I think he's built to bang and to last and to have an impact. Looking at the game for the bodyguard, 9 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but you know, he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
Burke with it. He's got 5. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter basketball. He passes it to Kenner. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And they lit it up from the three-point line. You don't always have to shoot like that to win a game, but it sure doesn't hurt.
Their percentage from deep was excellent. Just take a look at the box score.
Shot clock at 6. This is it to the body. Tries to save it. Has it to the Lillard, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Lillard's got 5 now.
You know, offensively, he's just one of those guys that needs a touch of space to get his shot up. That's all. And if he runs his man off a screen or somehow finds an opening, that's it. He's going to let that thing go.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers were a team that lacked for depth and shot creators last season. It was an encouraging summer. In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Cal Berkeley's Alan Crabb with the 31st, and then they signed Darrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first 3 provide outside shooting and scoring. Robinson, a promising young rebounder, and Lopez, poised to claim the starting role for center. Guys, with a relatively young team looking to grow, it was a great offseason for the Blazers.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris. And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. 4th, Trey Burke.
But rebounding is an aspect of his game that is already so well developed, and very few of the rookies can compete with him in that regard.
Well, the ability to rebound always travels well in the NBA, and at this point, we can say with certainty, physically, this league won't be a problem at all for him.
Here's what Utah is going with right now. Andres Biedrins is checked in for Enes Kanter, and Marvin Williams subbed in for Derek Favors. The bodyguard passes to Aldridge. Aldridge has got 11 points.
You got to like his shot selection today. He's set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Now, here's Burke. Not a lot of room. From 11 feet away. Here's the bodyguard. Drops in the breakaway layup. The bodyguard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
A different look for Utah. Jeremy Evans checks in for Biedrins. Hayward comes in for Brandon Rush. And John Lucas is subbed in for Burke. And here's Burks.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Averaging 19 points per contest. 1:36 left in the third. Lucas kicks to Williams. And the layup falls. Williams has got 5 points so far.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Here's Robinson. Another shot. The shot's good from bodyguard. 18 points for him.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
.36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Right outside. The bodyguard passes to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, the double clutch. Can't hit, so Utah will take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
No doubt the Sacramento fans want to see their team get the game. That's a big one for the Kings.
And Williams backs in. Pulls it from the elbow. And the shot is good. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Here's the bodyguard. Up in time. And misses. Would have had it gone in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers lead by 9. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Now, it seems to me that they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially at the offensive end, guys.
So on the floor for Utah. Running up and backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Favors plays the 4 with Cantor at the 5. And it's Rush in at the 3 spot.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
The pass to the bodyguard. Right side Robinson. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Shoots over Cantor. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Offensive rebound. Cantor kicks to Burke. He dishes it to Cantor. It's the jump ball.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
Portland leading by 17. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to the bodyguard. The shot will not go. Nice D from Favors. For Utah, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Burke. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Trey Burke, the National College Player of the Year at Michigan last season. He led the Wolverines in points, assists, steals, and blocks even. And, of course, led them all the way to the NCAA championship game. He's basically a winner. That's what he is.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's the bodyguard, defended by Burke. Here's the bodyguard. Good chance shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. And he sinks the second. Jazz trail by 16. Now Rush. They get a hand on it. And Batum takes to McCollum. He passes to the bodyguard. Aldridge inside. He's against Cantor. Shot's good from bodyguard.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
And Burke declaring for the draft clock after his sophomore season in Michigan.
Yeah, he was driven to be an outstanding player coming out of high school. A little under the radar as a high school player, but had a laser focus on developing and maximizing his ability. Spent 5 to 6 hours a day in the gym over the summers, and you've seen the fruit of that work.
That's good.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Portland leading by 16. Now here's McCollum. Passes to the body. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Rush has got his 4th rebound in this one. Burks dishes to Burke. And Foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And what you like with Trey Burke, he really can do it all at the point guard position. Pass, shoot, he's very poised, under control, and a good leader as well.
And back to Burke at 6'1", not elite size or great athleticism, Clark, for the point guard position, some say.
But he makes up for that lack of size and athleticism with smarts and a desire to get better and a really excellent shooting stroke. So I think when you look at Burke, he's a guy that's going to continue to get better.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Grabs checked in. He kicks it to Batum. Aldridge up on top. Now the pass to the bodyguard. Good on the three-point shot. The bodyguard's got 23 points.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Burks kicks to Burke. Ball stolen. To the middle. Batum. He's covered by Favors. Batum, good.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at him.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Now here's Burke. Tee right on him. Burke gets the screen from Favors. Burks kicks to Favors. Robinson on him. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, a big part of the success of LaMarcus Aldridge is his versatility. You can play power forward, you can slide him over and move him to the center spot, but he's very difficult for anybody to handle. Almost 7 feet tall and extremely skilled.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Jeremy Evans comes in for Derek Favors. And Marvin Williams subbed in for Brandon Rush.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
Grab the pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Crab gets to Matthews. From out of the way, he knocks it down. And the Trailblazers lead by 21. Going back to Aldridge for a second, he really does have the skill set of a power forward Clark and the body of a center.
Yeah, you know, that versatility is really impressive. When you think about a big guy guarding him, he can take him outside and utilize that jumper and quickness. And then if he has a smaller guy, he'll back him down and work him over inside.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
He hits the second from the line. There's 21 seconds left in the game.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Lucas the pass to Gobert. Back to Lucas. Beyond the arc. Shot is off. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin.